Hello, my name is Xanthe Turner and I am the artist for TFC2 Collapse of the Bronze Age. This is my second video showing and talking about one of the assets in the game and explaining the historical significance in some of the design choices I have made for it. My last video was about our Egyptian Altar of Heroes. Today, we have a video about our Assyrian Altar of Heroes. As a note about the design process, you may notice I bring in previously constructed assets when working on buildings that share characteristics. This is something I do to streamline the creation process and ensure that the buildings and their designs stay consistent. For our Assyrian Altar of Heroes, I decided to depict the ancient national god of Assyria, known as Assur, Ashur, or Anshar. In the present day, it is more common to refer to him as Ashur to differentiate between the god and the city of Assur. In old texts, the god and the city were called the same thing, and spelled the exact same way. The only way to tell what the writers were referring to was by context clues. Though it is not yet proven as fact, historical evidence suggests that the city of Ashur predates the worship of the god. As far as I have been able to tell, it appears that Ashur was either a personification of the city, or a god so heavily associated with the city that it was near impossible to remove one meaning from the other. The person was writing about something affecting the city, it also seemed to go hand in hand with talking about the god. Ashur has also been depicted pretty consistently for thousands of years, generally as a man with long hair and robes, often associated with symbols of circles, sometimes suns with wings. Sometimes a depiction of Ashur is also drawn within the circle. I've done my best to include one of these symbols on the building, along with Ashur holding a circle, which I have seen depicted in his hands in some of the sculptural works I've looked at during my research. Though, as was with the case of many gods, Ashur lost common reverence during times of other civilizations' gods taking precedence, such as times when the Babylonians and their god Marduk held more power, or when Assyrians made a gradual conversion into Christianity from 1st to 5th century AD. Despite this, though, Ashur is still present on the modern-day flag for Assyria, which has been in use for the last 55 years. The research I have taken is just to the extent that I can. I may have made some errors, and I welcome any corrections to my understandings. I'm very interested and passionate, but I do understand that I may sometimes miss some things that others may have greater understanding of. TFC2 Collapse of the Bronze Age is available as a demo right now on Steam. Please feel free to go check out the first 3 missions. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions about the game design, artistic process, or the research, please feel free to comment and I'll do my very best to respond to every single one. Thank you all so much and have a lovely day.